Welcome to Knit in the Zone. I'm Jen, and this is a vlog about all things yarn, knitting, sometimes crochet, and sometimes some other random things too. This is episode 39. I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who is joining me. Welcome to new viewers and welcome back to returning viewers. Before we get started, I want to let you know where you can find me across all of the social media things. I am Nitty Gritty Vegan on Ravelry. You can follow me on Instagram. I have two accounts. I have one for this channel, which is knit_n_the_zone on Instagram. And then I also have one for my yarn shop, which is Train Track Fiber Designs on Instagram. You can also go to my yarn shop, traintrackfiberdesigns.com. Have a lot of fun kits and a lot of fun colors in there right now. And I think that's everywhere that you can find me. I also have a Facebook page for my fiber company, which is just Train Track Fiber Designs on Facebook. If you want to go over there and check it out, you can. I kind of post the same things on Instagram as I do on Facebook for it. So, I don't know. Some people just like one better than the other. So, anyways, looking at my notes to make sure that's everywhere. I wonder how long it'll be before I remember all the places you can find me without having to look. So yeah, I think that's everywhere. So let's get started. This is episode 39, and the past couple episodes I have taken a break from stocking things, but I broke and started stocking things again. So I'm going to start with that. The first thing I'm stocking is a thing that I think this was popular last year, really. It is So Faded. And this is a top-down sweater. It's by Andrea Mowry. And I think that it's a really cute sweater. Of course, you have the option to make the sleeves shorter or longer. She also has a cropped version of this. I just picked this one because I felt like this was the most faded version. But I really like this a lot. And the reason that I even saw this is because something else I'm working on is by her. So I started looking at her other things, but then I also started looking at her designs, and this came up. This is trending right now. This is her Comfort Fade Cardi, and it's really cute. It doesn't have buttons or anything, so I guess you would use like a shawl pin situation to keep it closed, but it's DK weight. So that is kind of cool because it will go faster for sure. But this one is fingering weight, and I don't know. I want to make both of them, honestly. I don't have DK weight yarn in the shop right now. That is something that I want to get in the future, but I don't have any. But I do have fingering weight yarn in abundance, and I think this right here would make a pretty So Faded. So I'm kind of stocking this for myself. Possibly. Maybe. So in these colors. I think that would be pretty. These are the colors that are in my Everybody Wake Up It's Time to Get Down set. And I'm really thinking that I might do something like this for a So Faded. So, because I feel like they're kind of nice fall colors in a way, even though that has the neon green and yellow, but I still think that the brown and like the creamy color would really pull it in and make it be really cool for fall. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for colors for that. But yeah, those are the two things I'm stocking, and really it was totally an accident. I didn't even mean to start stocking stuff, and then I just fell down the rabbit hole. So anyway, I've added two things to my queue. So put that away. And then, yeah, so I guess the next thing I'm going to show you guys are my whips. And I do have a new whip. Yay! I'm going to start and show you my blanket first, though, because at this point, it's just what we do. So, as you know, it lives in my fringe supply bag. It's the fringe field bag. Fringe supply field bag. And it's actually not on the needles right now, because I finished a square last night with, like, nothing to spare. This is what I have done this week. Last week I was on this square whenever I showed you guys. So I did this one, this one, and this one. And let me see if I can remember the colors. This is Fantastic. And Fantastic is a Train Track Fiber Designs colorway. It was part of my Halloween series. I do still have it available, but it is probably going to go away because it's kind of geared toward Halloween. This is from the Knit Crate Knitology mini set for September, I think. This is Compass, and that's the color. It's called Compass, and it is Hawthorne by Knit Picks. I had a really big love for Hawthorne for a few years. Back whenever I first started to learn to knit socks. It's pretty tough. It's honestly a little bit rough, but it makes a really nice sock because it's very, very tough. It's tougher than like BFL or anything, and I don't really know why. It's weird, but it's very tough. I probably am not going to put too much Hawthorne in my blanket though, but if you're looking for like socks for someone who's like super, super hard on socks, I would definitely check out Hawthorne from Knit Picks because it is like, it's rough, but whenever you have it on your feet, you can't really, I don't know, you can't really tell that it's rough, I guess. Anyways, but if you're a rough on your socks person, then that's a good one. And then this color, this is a color that was in my China White set for the Speckle and Pop kits, and this is a color that I'm using in my Speckle and Pop, which I'll show you guys shortly. I think I am going to release these separately though. I had released, which one was it? Searching for Oceans, which is part of that set as well, and it did really well. So I think I might release this one too separately. I really like this. I didn't think that I would love it as much as I do, but like I love it in my shawl, and I just love the way that the whole entire thing looks. Meaning the skein. I mean, I like my shawl too, but I really like the way that the skein looks of this. And I like how it has the light colors, like it has some light pinks and then it has some hot pink. You can't really tell what colors are going on in this, in here. But it really has like all the colors. So this hasn't been named yet. Well, actually, I had named it at one point and then I think I'm going to change the name. So, because I never released it, so no one knows. But anyways, so that's what I've got done. So, what is that, 4 squares? Yeah, it was a lazy blanket week. And this is how much my blanket has grown, though, since I've started. It almost won't fit. Yeah, it basically, this is it. Next week, it's not going to fit unless I get way, way back. But that's how big it is right now. And I'm very happy with how it's turning out. This is definitely a project that I never thought that I would want to do, but then now that I've started it, I love it. It's so much fun. And it's great because it's portable. It's not going to be portable for much longer though, because it's getting big. It's almost too big to fit in its little house. So, still have a little bit left, but I mean, it's getting up there. I mean, I think probably maybe 2 more rows and it's not going to fit in this bag, so I'll have to figure out something else, and then I'm going to be sad because this is where it goes. This is like where it lives. It's lived in this, I think, since the day I started it. So yeah, that's going to be weird. Anyways, but that's the progress on my scrappy sock blanket. Put that over there. I'm going to show you my new project that I started, and I've already made one of these and I threatened to make a second, and now I am making a second. So this is Vintage Prim, and this is the thing that got me looking at the other Andrea Mowry projects, because I just really like this. Let me see. I didn't put needle keepers on here, so I'm just all willy-nilly with the needles. But this is the colors I picked. So the main color, which is the purple and black, that's Iris Grunge, and that's a Train Track Fiber Designs colorway. And then the white, it's kind of like a whitey gray blue color. I would call it more of a white, but it actually is a white gray blue-ish situation. That is What If You Fly from Train Track Fiber Designs. And I like the contrast that it gave. And I really like doing this brioche style knitting with a yarn that changes colors and then with a solid. I think it's cool like that. It gives a lot more definition. I mean, brioche already has a ton of definition, but I just feel like it looks neat. Like, I feel like it gives a lot more fun texture stuff going on in the back too. So basically, Speckle and Pop was the piece that you got for week 2 was kind of like a shorter piece. So I needed something to fill the void of like having that, but I didn't want to start a big project. So I just started this because I really like the way the other hat looks on me, and hats for me, wow. Okay, I don't know what happened there. I feel like hats kind of look foolish on me a lot of times, but I like the slouch that this hat had, like in the height of it, I guess, or whatever. I guess that's considered height of the hat. Yeah. And I liked the design of it, and I thought it was fun. Also, I kind of had messed up on the decreases, on one of the decreases on my other one that I made. And so I kind of wanted a chance to do it again, and just kind of redeem myself for that. I don't know, just personally, it didn't matter for anyone else, but just like personally, I wanted to have a chance to kind of redo it. But yeah, and I think this one's going to be even more reversible. Hopefully I won't mess up anymore, or mess up on this one, so that it will be reversible. But yeah, so that's kind of why I started that, just because I needed a little project, but then I don't want to get into anything huge because, you know, I'm working on Speckle and Pop. So yeah, so there's that. And then I'm going to show you my progress on Speckle and Pop. So if you are making Speckle and Pop and you do not want to see the clues, then turn away. I'll tell you when you can turn back, and I won't say anything, you know, to mess you up, so that you won't have to like hear any clues that you don't want to hear. So, okay, I'm pulling it out. So turn away if you don't want to see, if you're working on it. So this is what I have done. So this is all of clue 1 and all of clue 2. And I'm going to end up making a mess, I can tell. Okay, so this is it. I'm going to put the needle back in the holder really quick so everything doesn't fall off, but I want to show you guys. So clue 1 was this section down here. All of this. And then clue 2 is this part. So I don't want to say anything to really give anything away, but you can see that all the colors that you used in this are used up here as well. So as you can see, clue 2 was a lot smaller, so I had a little bit of room to do something else. But yeah, so this, I'm going to show you this really quickly too, before anyone turns back around. So this main part right here, that is the color that I showed you guys in that swatch that I said I want to release and kind of do separate. So I really like that a lot. Okay, I'm putting it up for anyone who turned around. You can look now. It is put away. So I think I said this last time, but I'm going to say it again. I really enjoyed, or I am really enjoying working on this mystery knit along. I've never done a mystery knit along. I've never done a Stephen West project. I've liked several of his things, but I've just never done it. So I'm really glad I did this. This is a lot of fun. I'm really interested to see what the next clue is tomorrow when it comes out. So yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm glad I did it. And I'm really enjoying looking at the thread and like seeing everyone's, you know, progress as they go along. So I'm really happy with my colors too. Of course, we didn't know what it was going to be whenever you were picking your colors. It didn't matter if you were, you know, buying your yarn or if you were dyeing for it or whatever. So it's been totally a surprise. And I like the contrast that I have in mine. And I don't know that I would have been that bold to do that, to pick the colors that I picked if I had seen it. Because I think I would have probably picked something more tame had I known like where the color placement and things were going to be. Just because I don't know. I feel like where my colors are, I'm like, as I'm doing, I'm like, oh, I really like this, but I never would have been that brave or bold to do that with something to wear, you know, like maybe I would have for something, you know, to go at the house or whatever, like, you know, a private, like a blanket that's going to stay at the house, but not to wear. I would have never been that bold. But now that I have it done, I'm like, wow, I really like this a lot. And like, it's funny too, because as I get dressed, I'm like, oh, I could totally wear this outfit with Speckle and Pop whenever it's done. So it's a lot of fun. And I think the fact that it's a mystery, it kind of makes you get outside your comfort zone. And I don't know, it's just a lot of fun. So yeah, that's my progress on that. And next week I will have more to show because Clue 3 will be released tomorrow. So yay. All right. And then I have a mostly finished object. And so this is what I've done. This is Ooh La La. If you've been watching this vlog before, you've seen this every week for quite some time. But it's done. It is done. Neck's done. Everything's done except for I have not weaved in my ends because I don't like to do that. I haven't blocked it, and I have not put buttons on because, let me come over here and get my buttons. Now, I don't know what buttons to put on here. There are a lot of options for buttons in the world. I have a few that I like. The ones that I like best are these two right here that I have currently. Now, I kind of, before I commit to a button, I kind of want to go look at buttons. I'm thinking about taking a little trip over to Hobby Lobby and looking, because they have a ton of buttons that are like machine washable. So just pretend that this is where it goes, okay? That's what we're gonna have. We're gonna have to pretend right now for a minute because we just are. So I have this button. If it'll focus on here. So it's basically just like a silver little button with like a little bit of whatever that is. I don't know, like scrolly looking detail stuff. And I kind of think that's fun, but kind of not really. I kind of feel like something would go better. And then I have these buttons. You can't see that at all, but they're like black and gray, kind of see-through-y. You're definitely not gonna be able to see that. Let me see if I can put up a piece of paper behind it. See how it's kind of see-through to it? So, I don't know. I feel like this goes better than the other one that I showed you. So I feel like this does match better. And I'd posted a thing on Instagram and everyone said the black one went better too. But I don't know that I love this button. So, although yes, I totally agree the darker button goes because it does have the dark specks. I'm not doing any justice to anything right now with this. Okay, so yes, I think the darker button goes. But then again, I don't know that I like this button. So, I don't know. I'm like totally on the fence. Either way, it needs to be blocked. It needs to have the weaves, the ends weaved in. I need to take care of all that stuff anyway. And then I always block before I weave in ends or before I sew buttons on. I don't know if everyone else does that or not, but that's just how I always have done it. I don't know that that's right, but that's what I do. So, because I like to put the locking stitch markers, like I like to lay everything out, you know, pin it where it goes, like as far as like the blocking procedure goes. And then after I have everything laid out, then I like to like overlap on something that has buttons. I like to overlap the front area and like pin that where it needs to go, and then put the locking stitch markers on the side where you put the buttons, so I know where to put them. So I have to do all that anyway, so it's not like I'm ready for buttons like today. I mean, I could be ready for them like tomorrow though. Let's face it, I finished this a few days ago. I could have already been ready for buttons, but I'm lazy and like I don't like to weave in ends. I'm not wanting to do it. I'm not looking forward to it. So anyways, I think I'm on the fence. So if you have an opinion on buttons, definitely leave a comment, you know, in the down bar, so that tell me what you think, because I like don't know. So I think that's all of the knitting things that I have. I have made quite a bit of progress on my Master Hand Knitter level 1. I'm about 70% done with the final project, which I don't know if I can tell you what it is or not. I don't know. Anyway, it's a mitten, okay? You know, I'm just going to tell you, it's a mitten. So, like, I only have, like, that much to go. I don't think it matters that you know it's a mitten. You can probably look online and find out. But anyway, so I have, like, about that much to go on the mitten, and I saved all of my stuff to block until the end. And so I underestimated how many pins it takes to block something. Even though I block things, I've been knitting for a long time, been blocking things for a long time. Whenever you're gonna send something off to be judged on it, like, and not like you're just gonna wear something and, you know, be judged out in the world in that way. Like, whenever someone's critiquing like little squares of things that you've knitted, you'd be surprised at how meticulous and like, oh my God, Becky, you are about needing those pins where they go. So I'm like, seriously, I have like 2 or 3 packs of blocking pins, and I can only block like 6 swatches at a time, and there's 19. So I've only blocked 6 at a time. I started blocking them yesterday. Whenever I started it, I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. I'll be able to block all this out real quick. You know, like I was thinking I'd be able to block all of them, finish my mitten, you know, go over my report one more time, make sure it's good, make sure all my information sheets are right, and then mail it off like tomorrow, meaning Friday. Well, little did I know that I was going to need to use that many pins to make stuff perfect. Like, I feel like it's right, but like whenever someone's judging your work, like you really, really want to make sure it's right. And I've heard from several people that no one passes the first time, that it always gets sent back. So I want to eliminate as much of that as I possibly can. So yeah. And then I had a little wonky thing going with the mitten. I could not figure out the stitch they were telling me to use on the cuff area. I'll show you guys this before I ship it off. Actually, hold on. I'll go get it and show you now. Okay. I'm going to show you. I don't know if I'm allowed to show all this, but I don't think it probably matters. So I'm talking about it anyway, and it's not like you can't go online and find it. So this is the cuff. Looks pretty straightforward and easy. Well, there's a special stitch in there to like make that do what it does, and I had redone it like, gosh, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. And then I finally decided to ask for help, like, because they're really cool. Like, they have a board that you can go ask for help on, you know, if you're doing the program. And so I went and I asked for help, and, you know, of course, I figured it out really quick then because I saw what they were doing. I saw a video then. But, yeah, so that kind of made it be a little hang up. But you have to use these colors. This is not stuff that I would have picked. You have to use, like, certain, they give you a list of yarn brands, you know, weights, colors, and things like that you can use. Pretty much everything has to be done in white. And then, like, because the mitten, because you have to be able to see it, you have to do a contrasting color. So, yeah. But I don't have much to go on my mitten. I don't even think it'll fit my hand. They tell you what size it has to be. Oh, yeah. Okay, it will fit. Okay. Anyway. So, yeah. That's what I've got done on that. And hopefully I'll get to mail that off next week. I had a goal to send it off within 30 days. That was like my personal goal. And then I had said to the world I wanted to send it off within 60 days. And I got it on September 4th, which means October 4th, right? Yeah, October 4th would have been 30 days. So I'm still going to be under the 60. That was like my, you know, out to the world goal. But anyways, I think that's everything I've been working on, really. I'm still reading the same book. I have about 25% left in Sleep Like a Baby. Little Monsters, I'm still listening to that. I have, I think, 45 minutes left in that to listen to tonight. That's actually a really good book. I know it's a young adult book, but it's really good. It's like a little murder mystery thing for the younger set, but it's cool. I like it. And I'm still listening to Killing Jesus. Let's see. YouTube won't let me add pop-ups anymore, so I know sometimes I'll be like, I'll put the link up here or up here. it won't let me add them anymore. It's something, you have to have like 1,000 subscribers or something now, and obviously I don't have that many right now, so they just changed it. The other thing I want to show you guys, which I know I've shown you these colors before, but there is a pattern coming out. I think it comes out on the 14th, which is Saturday, I think. It's called You Are a Pink Starburst, and it is by Naomi Grace, and she has used this yarn for her pattern, for her project. And this is Oh Hot Glam from Train Track Fiber Designs. I just wanted to show you guys really quick, so you can kind of see the colors that there are in this. And then I also think if you want to go look up the shawl, you can. It'll be released to the public where you can buy it on, I think, Saturday. But if you go to her Instagram, you can look at the pictures of it right now. I also think it would be really pretty in this. This is Moving Up. So I think both of these colors would look nice with it. Obviously, you can pick whatever color you want. This is the color that she used, though. And I think it would be pretty in this, too, if you wanted something maybe with a little bit more, I don't know, less bright. So this is Lotus Passion, and this does have a little bit of purple in it, too. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can see that. So I think any of those colors would look nice. Really any color you wanted to do, but she did use the Alibash base from my shop, which is a 100% superwash merino. It's a 2-ply, so that's what she used. This pattern would work nice with my Starlight Sparks base as well if you wanted to add a little bit of sparkle. So yeah, either of those things will be great. And I think whenever she releases the pattern, I think she's gonna give me a little bit of information about it so I can email it out to you guys. So definitely go sign up for my email list too, but go sign up for her stuff too. Check her out on Instagram. It's Naomi Grace Designs, I think is what it is on Instagram. It might be So Knit C. I know she kind of goes by both of those. But anyway, I will link her stuff whenever I do my show notes. All the show notes that are clickable links can be found at knitinthezone.com. I don't know if I mentioned that today or not, but yeah. So all those are over there. So I'll link all that stuff. Also, whenever you go to Train Track Fiber Designs or knitinthezone.com, sign up for my email list. That way you're the first to know about fun new colors and things coming out. Also, like the pattern that Naomi is writing and releasing, you know, I'll email you guys and let you know about that too. Just since it's using my yarn, I want to kind of help promote her pattern. I've shown you things of hers before on here too, though. But anyway, so I think that's everything. Yeah, I think I've gone over everything. So I think that next week, hopefully I'll have buttons on my cardigan to show you guys, and hopefully I'll have my Clue 3 for Speckle and Pop done too. So yay! Happy knitting, everyone. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe and share with your friends if you think anyone would like it. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks, guys.